Okay. Sure thing.
You can talk.
Hi guys. This is Cass here with another episode of Hot Sex with Cass. And I don't know, I might just get cut off for a bit, but I just want to come in with nothing prepared. I just want to lay it all out and yeah, I just want to You hear?
Got something for you. Look at that.
God, it's such a baby. Look at it. Look at how tiny this bottle is. Oh my god. Look at it fits my hand. Okay, so this is perfect for me because I cannot I don't know if it's because I drank too many of these or it's because like my stomach lining hurts every time I drink a big one like in one go. But and I hate the plastic ones. Like I won't drink them again cuz every time I feel like it like stops being as carbonated. I think this is the perfect size. This is the right size. And it goes to show that sometimes size does matter. Thank you. Hi Sohil. Thank you for the topo.
Hi. You're
For
welcome.
the mini topo.
I saw him in the fridge and I was like, oh. I
Cass
was
is
going to
gonna
bring
flip.
one home for you yesterday. I'm like, you know what? I want to.
I'm glad we're doing this today. It just feels so late. Like I was surprised we were able to do it this week. Like
I'm
just because,
glad. Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad I was able. I had just finished an hour and 15-minute drive from my school to here, and I mean, I had to do like a makeup test, and it was just a lot. It was just back to back exams, but fortunately, all I have to do is a bit of my research assignment and that's it. That's spring break. So I'm really excited about that.
Spring break, baby. We're going to Miami Beach.
We're
Let's
going,
go.
yeah, let's go. Wait, are we going to pay $100 in parking
Of
fees?
course. It's worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we'll have to prove we're residents in Miami to stay there.
We'll have Gage
Oh, he
pull
lives in
some string.
Miami.
No, he
Okay,
doesn't.
so I'm
He
at.
lives in like Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had met Gage for the first time last week, and he is honestly like, he's a protagonist in like a movie or show that you just like very animated person, very cool. Like I enjoyed his presence and his dancing was top tier. Like I was like I cannot keep up with that. Like I didn't dance that much cuz I was like, "Oh god, like I couldn't do a dance off with him." It was wild. I should have taken video for reference, but I don't think that would be fair. I would have to ask
I
him.
don't know how his body moved like that, to be
It was
honest.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like, I can see him going for that Tony Award, honestly.
Hell yeah.
And
Remember when he just disappeared and then came
his
back?
eyes are so watery. I'm like, you crying because of the wedding, bro? And I got to see Mike and meet his wife Amanda, who was such a lovely person. She says that she loves the podcast, and I really appreciated that. Like, I needed that, like, and it just made me feel like good because like I feel like we're doing something good here. Like, I mean, it's not like every time when we started up the account, when I used to post, I would tell Sophil, whether we get one view or a million, like I'm having fun doing this with you. And I think it's what's important, like that's the important thing. And I feel like not even like cathartic anymore. Like it feels more like I'm catching up with you and I'm just putting it there, like, just having like a unfiltered conversation about life, like about anything. And even Gage said like it could go either way. It could be either very serious or very funny or short and basic or like relevant to the content, and or like you watch one, you're like, oh, okay, cool, and that's it. And I have to thank Sohil for taking over and like posting because I like I tried it for myself and with school and everything, like I just, it was just a lot. It was just a lot for me to handle. Let me hide these keys here. I don't know why I felt like having the keys out would mean I get doxxed. Like,
Yeah, that seems a little personal, doesn't it?
I mean, but the show's kind of personal if you think about
True
it.
that.
And yeah, like actually, I remember you posted a video one time about the hot sex or origin story, but what really, like, the birth of hot sex was in 2017 when I used to work 2 restaurant jobs, and I don't know why, like it just made me feel like I got so bored to the point where I pretended that everything was a show or something. And I would go up to a coworker and stand next to them, and I'm like, "This is Hot Second with Cass, and I'm here with my guest, like this person." And like I would just say, and like with that, like one, they know my presence, like they know I'm right there talking at them, but like I'm here with my guest, this person, and like they're like, "Oh, they're talking to me," and then I ask, "How are you doing?" And they'll give me like just a one word answer, like, or like a sentence like, "I'm doing fine," and I'm just like, "Okay, thank you for tuning in. This has been Hot Second with Cass." And I had little like sub shows too, like conspiracy theory hour with Cass, and I had this coworker who would always look at the time, like to make sure that it was within the hour, like we would be working like in the back like at 4 to 5, and then they'd be like 4:21 or like 4:34. Like every time we'd get into it, like with conspiracies, like we would stack on top of each other, and I think I really value that. Like in every job I've worked at, like I've always had a conversation that I've always remembered. Like every job I've had, and I've had like probably 28 jobs in the span of, I want to say, 12 years. And you know, I think like, I had lately, like, I there's a joke that we saw in Degrassi where one of the one of the characters asks another one, "Can I have a sec with this person?" And the other character responds like, "Yeah, have a bunch of sex." And like I don't know, like for me, like I found that so funny, and I was just like, "Oh, seconds." And then it just like connected with me. Like I was just like, "Okay, hot sex with Cass." And like I think it's just like it's a fun name, like
Because you like clean humor, like that's like right there. It's like kind of wholesome
yeah,
humor.
it is, but it's also like yeah, I would say that it is, like sometimes they filter it up. It depends on who I'm talking to. Like when people say like, "Oh, you have a podcast, what's it called?" I'm like, it's called Hot Seconds with Cass, but we kind of shortened the title, so now it's like Hot Sex with Cass. And like it always gets a chuckle out of people. Like I don't know, like people are just like, "Oh my god." Like, and it's fun to say, like, and I'm way more transparent and more like open to talking about like adult topics, because I mean I have to remind myself that I am an adult, and that's that's really what it is. And when I told Soulful about it, probably like a couple weeks or like a month before we started doing this. And I'm thankful that we have the time, like he has the time and we have the resources to do this. And it makes me feel great, and it really makes me feel great knowing that Sohill has so much fun editing these and captioning these and posting these. Like like it's good. It's a great outlet. And um I say this time and time again, like, thanks for everybody who continues to follow our personal accounts and lets us spam your pages. Like it's so nice to hear people in real life talk about the show. Like it's surreal even, but it's good because it's the two of us, and I think with the show we bring out the best in each other. And there are moments where there's like good and bad, and there's times where I freak out or like, I get like really like I feel like I'm under surveillance, but I mean we always come back here every week and we do this. Make sure you don't get my feet in in the shot. I'm like hiding my feet. I got my socks wet. I'm wearing Crocs with socks today, and it started raining. And I spent. I'm gonna be honest. I've spent like 5 days crying, and the one day I didn't cry. Instead the sky started to cry. So it's pretty poetic. Um, is there anything you want to talk about, Sohil?
Let me think. I'm trying to. So sure. Why not just talk my thought process? So like, when I post these, like the captions we use either go in the top, middle, or bottom. I'm trying to leave it room so it doesn't cover your face. But if it's in the middle, it normally covers like your mouth or something. If it's on top, it covers your head. Um, so I was just thinking about that.
The
I think it's
technical.
funny sometimes when it like covers your like eyes for a second, like in this shot. Oh, in this
Oh,
shot.
oh yeah. I like that aspect too. When I used to post pictures at one point in the 2010s, I would like blur out my eyes or I'd blur out my entire face because I just had like we didn't have a name for it back then, but I guess it'd be like in the similar vein as like facial face dysmorphia. Like you kind of look like for me like sometimes in the mirror when I was growing up, I would look at my face for way too long, just point out features. Yeah, it took like maybe 2 years ago for someone to point out my freckles on one side of my face, and I was like, oh my god, I have those. I thought those were like scars. So it's like I have 5 freckles. I don't remember which side, but I can hear him laughing in the back.
I want to talk about these patterns you're wearing. This is amazing.
Oh yeah,
Your
thank you.
fashion sense is crazy. It's
So
so good.
I'm wearing a cheetah print shirt. It's very meshy. And then I'm wearing this like foresty palm tree shirt that you had. And I don't know, it reminded me of like a jungle. I don't know. Like I don't know why. I think it was the colors of the shirt, but then it took me until now to realize that there were palm trees. But yeah.
You really, that's brilliant. I didn't even think of that, like a cheetah in the jungle. But
Yeah.
you really inspire me to play around with patterns, and because I'm very monochromatic, or like, I try not to mix even like browns and blacks and stuff, or I used to not, and now I'm way more open to like trying this out and being a little zany with it.
I love when you do that. Like I think that it's important and like, like it's like, when you hear things or you say things and you're like, I want to keep that or I'm going to take that with me. And it doesn't even have to be like a credible source. It's from people's own experiences. I feel like I I dress in all black when I'm not feeling good about myself, or like I dress in all black when I don't want to experiment, or like, but also that's not always the case. Like maybe I can experiment with different types of black because there's different shades, and then also like I experiment with shape and silhouettes and patterns and fabrics, and I mean, it it's always been a thing. I think a lot of the things I experienced growing up, like I've carried them with me. I remember in ninth grade, this guy was like I don't know if it was a compliment or an insult, but he was like, this was like the only punk kid in Eagle Pass. He's like this person dresses like an original. Notice how their clothes never match. And I'm like, thanks. This is like in ninth grade, but like honestly, like to be honest, like I don't think we I don't think we went back to school shopping that year. So I was just like relying on hand me downs from cousins, and like one time my mom brought, this was like I think 10th going to 11th grade, she brought like a big bag of clothes and stuff, and I was just digging through them to see what fit me. And you know, it reminds me of that Hey Arnold episode where Rhonda's like broke and she wears like a shower curtain and it actually works for her. And
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it doesn't matter the clothes sometimes. It's just how you rock it, and like you really rock it. And like for me, I feel like I don't have that confidence, so I like keep it. What I do know makes me feel good.
that's good too. It's
Or like
okay.
maybe it's not even the confidence. It's like the clothes have always been a sore spot for me because like I have weird body shape, or like not a typical body shape that clothes are made for, and I always wanted cool clothes, and I had friends like Isaac who were super stylish, and Esson like you know couldn't afford stuff but also like didn't know where to start. My parents would always shop at Kohl's and like do their best but weren't the most fashion minded. So
I understand that. I I think that's a thing with parents too. Like my mom, you know, when she would buy me clothes, like sometimes like they wouldn't align with how I was feeling. Like there was a time where she just bought everything with skulls on them cuz she thought like that was something I would wear. And I'm like, "No, like I want to wear bright colors. I want to wear like a Agassi tank tops, like with the V-neck over, with the tank top over, like that was my thing." And you know, like I think I never really communicated how I felt, like cuz like I like she'll tell you from her mouth, like I never really liked to ask for anything. Never really liked to ask for anything. So anytime she bought me something, I would like I would see the price tag. She thought I was being snobbish because she thought like if you bought this for $15, like fuck, like I don't want this. No, I looked at the price tag because I was just like, okay, how much do I have to atone for my sins? Like how many chores do I have to do to make up for this? Like cuz like, you know, how many 25-cent pizzas like do I have to bake for the, like, you know, I don't know. Like I just factored in like that. And you know, she can even tell you now, like I still don't ask her for anything. Like I think the last thing she got me, like helped me get, was my car. It's a beater, but it's a old reliable.
the best car.
1 grand. 2 grand.
Wild.
Yeah,
And
two
it's
grand.
still, I mean, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, just knock on wood. Yeah, we both knocked on wood. But yeah,
What else? This was a both an amazing week of full of highs and also full of some lows. So it's a pretty intense week.
very intense, very emotionally and spiritually intense. Very. And
Spiritually,
yeah, spiritually. Um I
what do you
think
mean by that?
I think it's very like uh, it it's kind of hard to explain, but it 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 was like it felt like a test. Felt like a test that I thought I studied for months, and like I barely passed. And the passing was making it to today and making it to tomorrow, and just trying not to lose that part of myself that still wants to be good or be healthy or have like an image of who I thought I could be. And it's hard to say, like, but it also goes with alignment and like really in the same vein as like self-care and protection. And what's up, Sohil?
Oh, nothing. I understand.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
And and I just want to thank you, Sohil, for like helping me through that, helping me deal with that, and making the effort to understand, even when things aren't always ideal, like the circumstances aren't always ideal. Like,
I love you.
I love you
That's
too.
what that is.
I love you
To
too.
me, that's what that means. But I'm not, you know, it's hard. Like, I gotta practice things too, you know,
What do you need to practice?
like being more, like, when like a situation, like a breakdown happens or something, like it did, like not get, like I have to stay calm, when that stuff happens. It's hard for me because I very much feel that, and like it starts hitting me. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, big shift. And I need to just be like, you know, this is just like, I need to not make it worse by freaking out too.
I appreciate that. And I know it's hard not to freak out when the person you love is freaking out. And I mean, I understand, breakdowns are really intense, and I've disclosed it with you, but like usually when I have these breakdowns, it's usually by myself. Like only I see myself break down like that. Is this uncomfortable for you?
No, I brought it up. I'm just letting you talk. I don't.
Um yeah, but
Break, baby.
yeah.
What are
12 days of freedom except for my job. I have Monday off.
But your mom might be coming.
I know. It would be good
Wait,
to
you have
see her.
Monday off?
I told Renee that
What the hell?
I told my boss. Sorry,
Beep.
I can't disclose where I work. Like that's y'all are going to go after me. Y'all are going to get me fired. As far as you know, I'm unemployed. I'm an influencer. That's my job. We trying to get that LLC or what, Soho?
Yeah, so Frank had this in here today, who's another advisor or whatever, and they were talking about all that, and I started looking on chat and getting some advice so we can figure out how to do this.
I want to do a lot with this. Like
Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's Hot Sex with Cast the podcast, but then there should be like a production company that's our LLC, and this is like one of the
Subsidies.
properties.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really stuffy. I sound so stuffy.
Say come on.
Come on.
You're not that stuffy.
Okay.
Kabud.
Is that the test?
Yeah.
My allergies have been really bad, and I've just eaten a little nut today. That's it.
I ate a grilled cheese. It did not hit the same
Where'd
this
you
year.
get it?
I went to an art fair right after my exam, so I had back-to-back exams. I had to do a makeup exam, and then I had to do an exam that I did not study for at all. Like, I'm gonna fail the test, but I'm still gonna pass the class, and that's all that matters. At this point,
Exactly.
3.8, who?
D's get degrees, right?
I'll just settle for a 3.6.
You already got Dean's List. You can put that on your resume. You're good.
I just wanted a magna cum laude, so I could be like, oh, I dropped my my monster sash for my monster cat for my magnum cum. I'm sorry.
Come.
I just wanted magnum, but I have to settle for some. I just wanted
Sugma.
Sugma.
Sugma cum
Sugma cum laude. Oh my god. Yeah, but Latinos have like the lowest graduation rate.
Like, for college?
Yeah.
Well,
Another one bites the dust. I'm gonna put tuition free on my graduation cap. I'm gonna make so many people so mad. That's not true. I still owe like I owe 3K, but that's like nothing compared to like international students that have to pay like 20 grand or. But I think even with that being said, if you are over 26 and you live alone and you're working in kitchens and you're sick of it, go apply to college and go apply to a state school that offers free tuition if you make under 80 grand. I know nobody I know makes 80 grand. So you're in the clear. Go back to school if you can. That's my advice. And I like school. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. Like it's very interesting going back to school after like 8 years of not doing so. And
after like COVID and AI,
yeah,
and
it's been
Tumblr doesn't exist anymore. Like, college.
it's been
must be
interesting.
crazy.
I mean, it's been silly, I'd say. I really got to give it to those give props to those teachers because they are doing the best with what they got. And there is there is the threatening presence of AI, but even then I feel that they should be more generative and use it to their advantage. Like, this was written by AI. Find the errors. Find what's wrong with this. Like even like for a media literacy class, like this was written by AI. Fact check these.
Any like current events or TikTok things or anything? I'm trying to think.
I got a perfect score on connections today.
Hell yeah, you've been getting perfect scores.
Not really. Like 2 days ago, like I got it all wrong, and I think that's why I was crying too, because I couldn't get connections right that day. It's like I can't do anything right. What?
I just love you so much. I'm sorry. I'm so I haven't eaten all day, and I'm running on fumes. So I'm just watching and listening to you.
I appreciate
driving the
it.
boat today.
Huh?
You were driving the boat today. I got run on empty.
Excuse me. I
wish that was me.
that I burped on you.
No, I wish I was burping. Is that mayonnaise?
No, I ate that grilled cheese.
Was it special? Like a special kind of cheese or bread or?
It was Tillamook American
Let's
cheese,
go.
but I don't think that cheese was like melted. I think he was just in a hurry to serve it out, so I had a cheese
Is
sandwich.
that all you had?
Yeah.
What are we gonna eat, or what should I? If you're not, what are we gonna eat tonight?
I'm thinking Thai food. Spoon and fork. Close to home.
That sounds pretty good.
You want to spend the rest of the night at home? I could do my exam tomorrow.
What do you mean?
Well,
Where do you have to do your exam?
I
Or
have to
what
do a take-home test, but it's like coding, and it's like, oh, choose one of these other ones that you did that you didn't do, and then do the code for that.
When's it due?
Tomorrow at midnight.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to just like talk and just like have like a space to just use this platform to just be me sometimes, because sometimes I'm not me, and that's also okay too. So thank you. And I think we're good.
We can keep going.
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't trying to shut you down. I was
Oh
just trying
no. I'm feeling kind of burpy, and like I'm going to get hungry, and I know the drive is like long, and
Oh, it's raining.
yeah,
I think I hear
it. Do you want to just hitch my car to yours?
Yeah.
Like U-Haul styles, and then like I just kind of drive us up there?
We got some rope.
Okay, we got those little like
Ratchets.
are the ones that like stretch?
Bungees.
Yeah, those.
Oh my god. Attach our cars with bungees and we're just...
Our cars are gonna kiss.
That's one way to put it.
I'm gonna kiss. So, I was gonna say, so we're all going to the World's Fair. Very slow paced movie.
So good.
Great soundtrack. Sohil loves it. I knew you'd love it. I'm so glad you love it. Every time I show Sohil a movie and he loves it, like I know I did a thing, or like that's a very millennial way of saying it. Or like even when we're going for walks and we take turns playing music, and you like what I play and I like what you play, like it's like that mutual feeling, like, you know, like Sohil's not only my partner, but he's also my best friend.
I got so many gems from our walk that day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've got a couple more if you want them.
We've been getting high sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, we should just do that tonight, post midterms. We should have just done that during the show. Maybe we should.
I did it last night and I barely take a puff and I'm like, Cass, I'm high. Edibles work better for me. I don't know.
If you get...
It's like less 0 to 60.
If you get too high, I'll just pick a safe episode of Succession and I'll cuddle you and I'll explain to you what's going on.
Hell yeah.
I love watching Succession with you. I love rewatching. I will rewatch the show. It's so good. I can't get over the ending. Like, now that we both know what happens, it kind of makes me look at the show a different way. I'm like, I wonder if that was the plan all along. Like, I wonder if this person was the main character of the show when we really thought it was this other character.
He's such a loser.
No, he's not.
He's a little cuck.
He's a little bitch. Yeah, he's still...
I mean, nothing wrong. Not kink shaming. Just...
Kink shaming is my kink. You ever hear that?
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard
a
that
real doozy, huh?
Yeah, like my brain just kind of implodes when people say that. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Damn, you look good.
Thank you. I love a little confidence boost sometimes.
With that little topo in front of you. I'm sorry. I want to do an episode like full energy and be goofy and stuff. I feel like I'm draining right now.
Then if you don't have, if you like,
No, I'm
look-
just like excited to do another episode.
yeah,
Like,
then yeah, how's next Tuesday looking for you?
see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, do you want to?
Get it?
Yeah, that's why we have them on Tuesdays. You didn't know that?
Oh.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't
for sure.
say that.
I'll for sure Tuesday. Well, I'll look at the calendar, but I think so.
Okay.
And then
Hopefully we can pull
we can
this.
keep talking today. I'm just trying. My brain's like blank.
I think I would rather have you at your best. I mean, you are at your best, but look at him. He's all slunched over, hunched over, slunched over.
I've also been doing this basically since noon straight.
But I'm not another show, baby. I'm not just
I know,
another show.
I know. I was looking forward to this all day. That's why I
Okay.
feel kind of bad. I'm not bringing the energy. Let me just hold on. Let me like.
Don't fake it. You don't have to fake it.
What is up, you guys?
What is up, YouTube? What's up?
I really want to watch Bar Rescue.
Let's do it.
Eat some food.
Let's go. Okay.
I was thinking Nuevo Leon, just because that always pops into my mind. But I could do Thai. I could do anything at this
We
point.
could.
It's just-
How about we order food closer to home and pick it up and then
Okay,
settle into the living room,
sounds good.
set some candles, lay down, and enjoy the rainy day.
That sounds awesome.
All right. See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Oh,
Bye, y'all.
yeah,
Thank you.
bye, y'all.
Keep it rolling.